Most people walk around with yeast living happily in their gut and never think twice about it. But when that yeast becomes unbalanced and starts to multiply, it can start to affect everything from digestion and mood and even your skin. It is one of the most overlooked root causes of chronic symptoms. Now, if you're passionate about gut health, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more gut health videos. Before I jump into all 10 signs, there is one big clue that people often ignore. If you have stubborn sugar cravings that just seem impossible to control, it might not just be you not having willpower. Yeast actually feeds on sugar and can influence cravings in order to get more of it. Now, that's just one sign. We're going to explore the rest of the signs as well so you can understand more about what's going on in your gut. But first, I'm Katie Bailey. I'm a gut health dietitian at Oswald Digestive Clinic, where we help individuals improve and resolve their bothersome gut issues. If you're interested in learning more about gut health, I'll link our free guide, 5 Ways to Improve Your Gut Health, below. So what exactly is yeast overgrowth? Well, yeast overgrowth is often referred to as candida overgrowth, and it happens when natural microbes in the gut become imbalanced. So yeast is part of a healthy microbiome in small amounts. The problem starts when antibiotics, stress, high sugar diets, a weakened immune system, and long-term use of medications disrupt that balance. Then yeast can begin to overgrow and get out of control and lead to things like inflammation, toxins, and disruption throughout the whole body. So now that we know what yeast overgrowth is, let's go through the top signs that many people miss. We already discussed the first sign, which was intense sugar or carb cravings, but the next sign is digestive issues such as gas, bloating, diarrhea, or constipation. So yeast overgrowth is going to disrupt the balance of those good and those bad microbes in the gut. And this imbalance can lead to more fermentation or over-fermentation of carbohydrates in the gut, leading to more gas, bloating, and inconsistent bowel habits. Sign 3 is unexplained fatigue or just feeling exhausted even after rest. So yeast produces compounds that can stress out our liver and slow down detoxification. Our mitochondria, which are our little energy factories in the body, struggle to produce energy efficiently when inflammation levels are high, making us feel more drained. Next is brain fog, difficulty focusing, or poor memory. So toxins from yeast can circulate in the bloodstream and interfere with our neurotransmitter function. Many people describe feeling spacey or forgetful, or just that their brain doesn't seem to be firing the way that it should. Sign number 5 is reoccurring vaginal yeast infections, or UTIs. So frequent infections suggest that the immune system is having a hard time keeping yeast in check. And this is one of the more classic signs of imbalance. Next is skin issues like eczema, psoriasis, rashes, as well as nail fungus. So our skin mirrors our gut health. So when yeast breaks down that gut barrier, it can lead to inflammation that can then surface as chronic skin issues. So fungal infections like on the nails or on the feet often accompany internal yeast imbalances. Number 7 is a white coating on the tongue, oral thrush, or bad breath. So a white coating or halitosis, which is that bad breath, can reflect yeast growing on our mucous membranes in the digestive tract. Next up is mood shifts like anxiety, depression, or irritability. So the gut produces a large amount of serotonin, and when yeast damages that gut lining or alters the microbiome, this can alter mood regulation. Number 9 is joint or muscle pain without injury. So yeast-triggered inflammation can spread systemically, and this can lead to unexplained stiffness or pain or a sensation of heaviness in the body. And then lastly, trouble losing weight or unexplained weight gain. So yeast disrupts hormones that are involved in our metabolism and our appetite. And when digestion is off or our detox pathways are slowed, weight becomes more difficult to manage. If several of these signs sounded familiar to you, the good news is there are real steps that you can take to restore balance. The first is to remove anything that's going to feed the yeast or contribute to more inflammation. So you'll want to lower your intake of refined carbohydrates and sugar, as that is yeast's food supply. Next is to limit alcohol, as that also contributes to yeast and can stress out the liver. Identify any food sensitivities you might be experiencing that may be contributing to inflammation. And then lastly, you can use evidence-based antifungals like caprylic acid, oregano oil, and garlic to kill off some of that yeast. Now, after removing all those things, you want to work on repairing the gut lining. So not only do you want to support digestion, but you also want to incorporate soothing and repairing nutrients like L-glutamine, zinc carnosine, and aloe. And then next, you want to restore microbial balance. So you can incorporate targeted probiotics or more fermented food if you tolerate that once yeast levels are under control. You also want to slowly start increasing fiber and prebiotic fibers specifically as well, like inulin or partially hydrolyzed guar gum, as these things help to feed those beneficial microbes. And then lastly, support your detox pathways. That looks like having adequate hydration, electrolytes on board, gently moving lymph through the body with walking or dry brushing, supporting the liver with milk thistle, turmeric, leafy greens, and cruciferous vegetables. And then lastly, making sure that you're having daily bowel movements to prevent reabsorption of toxins. Now, while this process is powerful, it's not something to dive into blindly. So treatment should not be one size fits all. It's going to depend on your symptoms, your medical history, your lifestyle, any lab testing that you've done. And it's really important to work with a practitioner because killing yeast too quickly can lead to die-off reactions, meaning that toxins overwhelm your system and can worsen your symptoms in the process. Some digestive symptoms may have other root causes like SIBO or mold or parasites. And then lastly, medications and supplements can interact with your current health conditions. A personalized approach ensures that you remove yeast at the right pace, you support detox properly, and you rebuild the gut for long-term success. So if you're interested in working with our clinic, you could click the link below in the description box to schedule an appointment so that we can walk through this journey with you. Let's wrap this up with a quick review. So yeast overgrowth happens when the microbiome shifts out of balance. It can show up through sugar cravings, digestive issues, brain fog, skin issues, and stubborn weight changes. Treatment usually focuses on reducing that yeast, repairing the gut lining, restoring microbial balance, and supporting detox along the way. Now, professional guidance can help to prevent setbacks as well as help you get lasting results. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.